Welcome back to another episode of the Art of Unraveling podcast and my YouTube channel. I'm Erin, and thank you for being here. Today, I want to talk about somebody that I see a lot is in my work. It's who I am too, like what I've had to work through, and that is what I call being the strong one, the one that holds it together for everybody. You know who you are. A lot of times this is the firstborn daughter. It doesn't have to be, but a lot of times it is. You hold the to-do list, the task list of your family for your work. You're like the go-to person in your family, the go-to person in your work. You hold not only the tasks and the physical to-dos, but also you hold everybody's emotional needs around you too. And this is a pattern that most likely got developed in childhood. And we can see it as being in our masculine energy, or what I like to call, from my friend Patricia, the misaligned masculine energy, where we're in go mode all the time. And taking the moments to pause, to be still, feels really uncomfortable. I always like to give the example as somebody who's recovering. I'm not going to say I'm recovered. I still work through this pattern myself, but am tremendously better. But this one time it really stood out to me when I was really doing nervous system work. A couple things actually, where everything is just in sped up mode. Like we feel like we're in this constant hurry that we need to get things done. And there's just like this looming to-do list, and there's always more, and there's always more, and there's always more. But two examples that stick out to me. Number one was when I was deep into learning all of the nervous system stuff back in 2022. I can remember one day I was like, got out of the shower and I was putting lotion on, and I was just like putting it on so fast. I was just like, and I caught myself and I'm like, what are you doing? I didn't have to be anywhere. I think it was like a Saturday, had nowhere to go, or I've done that in the shower before, where it's just like you hurry up and wash your hair and wash your body, and you're just like in this hurry mode when there's no need to be hurrying. The other one that sticks out for me was, it sticks out because I caught myself, but I was eating a meal and I hadn't even put the last bite in my mouth, and I was starting to get up to take the dish to the sink because that was going to be the next task. And then there was going to be other things to do after that. And so it's like your brain is always 5 steps ahead of you. It's 5 steps ahead of your body. And when that is us, first of all, we are in a misaligned masculine place. We're feeling like there's never enough time. We've got so many things to do. And also, we're not present. You can't be 5 steps ahead in your brain and in the present moment at the same time. And on top of that, it's dysregulating our nervous systems when we do that. Because when we are in a rush, whether it's in our mind, telling ourselves the things we have to do, or that anxiety feeling in the body of like, I just got to go do the next thing, either way, we're putting ourselves into into a sympathetic nervous system state, like that flight mode where it's like, I gotta go, I gotta go, I gotta go. Now, this isn't your fault. I don't want you to hear that, what I just said, and go, oh my gosh, I'm doing this to myself and I'm dysregulating my nervous system and that's bad and I shouldn't be doing that. No. I just made an Instagram post about that. That's the number one thing I see self-aware people. The more self-aware we become, the more we start using these tools against ourselves. And that's creating shame, and shame actually further dysregulates your nervous system. So we don't want to do that because it's actually not your fault. that your nervous system got programmed a certain way, whether most likely it was in childhood, but it could have been later due to different life situations and stress that we go through. Your nervous system got programmed, meaning it learned like, if I gotta keep moving, I gotta keep getting things done because it all relies on me. That's like a big one for me. Like as a child, it was, growing up with a narcissist and, somebody that kind of was volatile. It's like, well, if I don't do things perfectly, I'm going to get in trouble, and it's going to be my fault. If my mom's yelling, it's my fault. And so I just learned to keep moving and keep going and keep doing to stay safe. Now, that's not my fault. That is not my fault that my nervous system got wired that way. Okay, so I want to share that. It's a really important piece to take in. I want you to take it in. It's not your fault. However, we perpetuate the cycle of being in that dysregulated state when we continue to rush. So I just talked to a client, and she's not the first person I've heard this story from, by the way, because here's the thing for my women out there. Most of you are moms. I'm not a mother, but I still do this. So you don't have to be a mother to do this, but, or I did this, but most of you are moms. And so it's like, I kind of asked her, give me your day. Like, give me a typical day in the life of you on a Monday through Friday, and it's like, it's get up and I got to start taking care of the kids and getting them ready, getting them breakfast. And then she has a very intense job. And then at night, it's, right when she gets done with work, she even said, she's like, then I have to go to my second job, which she goes and gets the kids' lunches. She gets the lunches made. She's making dinner. And then we're doing the dinner thing. And then we're cleaning up. And then she's like, and then I go to bed. And so when that is our day, and we're not taking any intentional time to just be, or to give ourselves a moment just for me, a me moment that has nothing to do with family, kids, or anything like that. And I know everybody's situation is different, but she even said, I used to get up in the morning and that felt so good, and like gave myself some extra time before I got up before the kids got up. And you don't have to get up hours before, you go to work or take care of your kids. But even just like 20 minutes, could do wonders of just sitting. Like I told her, I personally love to get up and have like a cup of have my coffee, and I sit. I might do some meditation. I might listen to something that inspires me. I like to learn in the mornings. So sometimes I'm listening to a program that I'm involved in and taking notes. Like those are things that I love. Everybody's a little bit different. So, your thing might be she wanted to move her body, in the morning. But the point is that when we are in this constant go mode and there's no pause, there's no time to be with myself. If I'm not doing something, I'm thinking about what I have to do next. We're not present, and we're not giving our nervous systems time to slow down. I really believe the deepest nervous system work comes in slowing down. And for those of us more in that flight mode, that go mode, it's gonna feel like death. And so that's why I work with my clients over a period of time in my one-on-one containers, because there's working on the nervous system to get it to a place of having moments of being regulated. But then there's all the past. It's how the nervous system got programmed in the first place that we need to go back and heal. And that's the work that I do in my one-on-one containers with people, and in my group program, Regulated and Radiant. So taking those moments, so like for this client, one of the first things I gave her, and something that I did for myself, was when you eat, first of all, she's not even sitting down when she eats, right? So her work right now is she's reminding herself, and she said she's felt more calm since our last session. She's trying to remind herself to sit down to eat, or to finish that last bite instead of getting up to go to the next task. Giving yourself these sacred pauses in the day, throughout the day, doesn't have to take a lot of time, because she's a very busy person. But those pauses are the healing balm to the nervous system. Now, this comes with a caveat, because if you are in what I call my strong woman category, and you are that emotional support and that person that holds all the things for all the people, the to-do list, the tasks, the doctor's appointments, the dinners, the lunches for the kids, so on and so forth. When we try to start slowing down, that's why I don't want you to slow down for too long, because the nervous system can actually, if that's you, your nervous system may feel under attack in a period of, if you extend the period of slowing down, because we've programmed it for so long, or it was programmed in childhood, that slowing down is not safe. We don't then want to sit for an hour doing nothing. You could actually dysregulate yourself further. So I just want you to think about taking those moments in time to give the nervous system a moment. So again, if this is you, this go-getter type of person, you're probably at a point where you're starting to feel exhausted. Like, this isn't how life is supposed to be. It's not just supposed to be constant checks on a to-do list and feeling like Groundhog Day, where every day is the same thing over and over and over again. Our nervous systems are running that way because we feel very chaotic inside, and we feel pressure, and we feel like there's a low-grade anxiety going on. We're feeling like there's a lot of responsibility, and it all relies on us, that everything's going to fall apart if I let something go. And this is the woman that is the caretaker, and that a part of you feels like that's your role. Like, you have to carry everything. You have to be that caretaker and carry everybody's stuff, and you're the only one that knows how to do it. It's really hard to let go. It's really hard to ask for help. And those are the type of women that don't know how to be cared for. And so that's a big piece of the work I do in my one-on-one containers too, is we're learning how to regulate the nervous system, and we're learning how to balance the feminine energy with the masculine go and do. We're learning how to be more in that feminine flow and receiving. So it's a process. It takes some time. And it's what I do in my one-on-one containers and in my upcoming 12-week group program called Regulated and Radiant that's coming out soon. I also have my somatic coaching training program, and this is a deep dive into the nervous system, learning how to first regulate and heal your own nervous system while also learning how to regulate and heal others. So those are just some things I have coming out. And then if you're listening to this before May 1st, I will be teaching Unravel and Restore, which is a workshop dedicated to this archetype, the strong woman that carries all the things. It's also what is in my book. This is who I wrote my book for, because this was me. And so my Unravel and Restore is it's a workshop based on my book. You can get my book below this video or podcast. And if you'd like to start by coming to one of my workshops, like Unravel and Restore, that's a really great way to just kind of tiptoe into this work and see if it's for you. I would love to see you there. It can be online, or if you're in Iowa, I will be doing that workshop at several locations throughout Iowa on my Iowa book tour, and I would absolutely love to see you there. So if you have any questions, please reach out to me, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. And let's all take some moments to pause this week. Just take a few deep breaths, take some pause, notice when you're rushing, see if you can slow down, and let me know how that goes for you. Thanks so much.